Right, all checked in, all's good. It's a little bit difficult to video in there because there are other people around. I'll try and put up a couple of photos in a moment. So I've decided to do the Kinlochleven loop. I've just got to head back into Glencoe village first of all, and then over Ballachulish Bridge, and then yeah, we're going to do the what was the old main road before the bridge existed. We're just coming back to the main road now. Unfortunately it has started spitting again. It did have a proper downpour while I was actually in the hostel, so the roads are now quite damp. Never mind, we'll enjoy it anyway. I have just given the GoPro a quick wipe a moment ago. Hopefully you can see what's going on. If not, I apologise. It appears I have decided to come out exactly when it decides to chuck it down. Never mind, we'll be doing this bit again first thing tomorrow morning, so hopefully it'll be nicer then. But in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy the ride. It'll be a good test actually to see if the camera does survive, because I've never actually ridden in the wet with the GoPro. The Ballachulish Bridge. Before that bridge was made, the route we're about to go down was the only route around the loch. Here we go, the B863. So this little ride is basically just going to be a loop around the loch, down to Kinlochleven at the end. I'm hopefully going to stop off at the CoOp and pick up some tea. I don't know what I'm going to have yet. I might pick up a beer, probably some porridge or something for breakfast in the morning, and I'll just see what I fancy for this evening when I get down there. This is a road I've done before. I've done it a few times in the car. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, for the Scottish 6 days trial, when I came up to photograph for that, there is actually a group of sections down at Kinlochleven here, on the pipeline that's down here. The power, can't think of the word now, the the power plant, the hydroelectric power plant that provides power for the town. This is another amazing road, guys. I know it's not the main road anymore, but if you do get the opportunity to do it, even if it's just a little detour for an hour or so, just pop round this road. It's quite twisty, quite turny, and it's just good fun. Seems to be a lot of development happening on this road now. And here we go, we're coming into Kinlochleven. Now I don't actually know where this shop is, so I'll spend a few minutes I think just riding around trying to find that. I think I'm going to have a look at the hostel here, I think. Oh, that's changed. We've got glamping pods here now. This is the hostel on the left. And camping and glamping by the look of it. Well, it's always nice to come and visit spots you've been to in the past and see what's new. Right, let's go find this co-op. Oh, it's right there. Right, mission accomplished. Let's head back. I know it's been said before, and it'll probably be said many more times before the trip's done, but it really is beautiful here. It almost reminds me of Jurassic Park when the helicopter on the very first film flies into the island. It just looks, well, to me anyway, it looks very, very similar. Obviously, minus the sun. Spectacular nonetheless. I'm just trying to take it a little bit easier around these bends on the way back, partly because it's wet, but partly because I've got my beer in the boot. Yeah, so the top box has all the bits and pieces from the co-op, and it's rolling around, which is not good. Time will tell if it will survive. When we get back to the hostel, I think we'll see if we can get a fire started. I did see an area where you could get some wood, so if there's some of that inside that's dry, we'll see if we can get the fire going. There's the pub at Glencoe again. It always looks like a very odd shaped mountain. Give you a wipe. Oops, you probably couldn't see it on there, but there was some oil on the road right where I wanted to turn. That was a bit of a moment. I think this side must be the one that's favoured by the heavy goods vehicles to service the town. There's definitely a lot more oil on the road on this side than there was on the other, and it is a wider road as well. Just got to be careful because it is very, very slick at this moment in time. Again, I apologise if wiping the camera hasn't worked. I've not used it in the rain before. And it is properly coming down now. I think when we get back I'll find a nice spot to park the bike and cover her up for the evening, and leave it at that and plan the route for tomorrow. So I know where roughly where I'm going, but I just want to have a double check on the map. But the main goal tomorrow is Fort William, and then across to Applecross and Ballachulish, and then to a hotel, not a hotel, a guest house in the middle of the journey there somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I'll post the name up in a moment. But it's smack bang right in the middle of the route, and it's nicely priced as well for this trip anyway. I think it's the Glencoe Inn or something similar to that. I might be pronouncing that completely wrong. I apologise. And that's it, a full loop. Didn't seem to take as long on the way back. Is this us? Yes, it is. Right guys, I'm going to park up, enjoy my evening, and I'll see you first thing in the morning. Right guys, just a quick catch up before we set off for the first main day tomorrow morning. At the moment we are about here in the Glencoe Independent Youth Hostel. So earlier on you'll have seen me do this route here. It was a little bit wet unfortunately, but there's not much I can do about that. That was the main road, and this was the town I went to here, Kinlochleven, where I got my tea and then came back. So tomorrow morning we're going to come out of the hostel here, up to Fort William, up to Invergarry, across to Applecross here, and to do the Ballachulish, around the coast here, another loop out here, and then we're going to end up at the Ballachulish Inn. I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. I've tried to pronounce it a couple of times throughout the video and I've failed miserably, but that's where we're going to end up. If the weather's nice, what I might do, if I get there in time, I'll just run this bit of road here, because we will actually be coming all the way around back down to here at some point anyway, so it'd be nice just to complete this bit of road if I get the opportunity. It's not essential, but yeah, we're going to end up here tomorrow, and should be a good day.